My piece doesn't open up, but it does turn on. So, yes, and I put the, we're coming in, it's called International Garbage. We're coming in the middle of it. So I'll play from the middle to the end because some of the most interesting music is at the end. So it would be, maybe we're about 2 minutes before the end. So what we've got here in terms of sound, there's 19 tracks, and there's ambient sound from the 4 locations: Paris, Moscow, New York, and Beijing. And some tracks of music and some tracks of voice, and they come and go throughout the piece. So that's why we're starting in the middle with this mostly ambient sound from the 4 locations, and then we'll let the video transition into. I collaborated with a Berliner, no, actually it's from Mainz, named Branch Stifter. And the piece is, it's very atypical of my work. I put the DVD from International Garbage and also a piece that's a little more typical on the table, along with 2 other works that are anthropological from me that are also more typical. Cartoon book from my Moscow show and Homo Futurus, which was shown variously in various forms, usually in New York where I live. I collected this footage when I was in the cities doing shows of more real art. So it's an experimental documentary in that sense because it's coming out of life. It's not coming out of my imagination or mind or the pressures of life. Normally I don't follow. Listen to the can you pick it up just a touch? What I had asked Branch Stifter to do is create separate pieces of sound that had some of the flavors from some of the different cities. Sort of little feeling of China, sort of little feeling of Parisian folies bergère music. It's just different little kinds of things. And then stuff from my window looking out. I live in artists' housing along the Hudson River in the West Village, Greenwich Village, New York, and I can see that garbage collection site from the window. And there have been many times in traveling that I'm watching people work very hard. Like it feels when I'm traveling, when I'm doing international shows, that I'm exhausted all the time, and then I look at people who are working a lot harder physically, and I feel very sympathetic toward them, but they're often very happy in this kind of work. That is leading into the piece that I'm working on now for the Film Festival Urban Research that I put this one into last year in Berlin. It's called Toil of Three Cities, Lebensmühe. And it's about a man who had said to me once, I work very hard for the woman I love. And then I got sort of a glimpse into why people do actually, work that hard, and we kind of work together into that piece. So what this is more, it's ethnographic because it's about different societies. And what my other work is like Homo Futurus, is more about the individual identity and how we are like and unlike other human beings all over the world. So you can look at all that stuff. Oh yeah, great. I hope I can answer.
Do we have a question for Barbara or a comment?
How do you think that, like, there's like sounds and there's like music kind of going on, because it sounds quite funny. I guess I think it's a kind of a, like, there's something kind of funny happens when you kind of, how do you feel like that plays in, like you like that kind of takes it away from feeling too serious that you might otherwise interpret, like it's like too deep social commentary and like you like to back up.
Yeah, normally, and even the things that, the way I explained it is about the identity of humans and individuals. There's not that type of didactic approach. I usually just present things and let people draw their own conclusions, which might be the reason that I began thinking about these pieces. I wanted a kind of light and lively sound, and I wanted Ron Stifter's voice with like his German accent to my voice with my, everyone keeps telling me New York accent, which is actually another video I made called I Have a New York Accent, using many, many people with different accents, different New York accents, because there's so many, like London accents, there's so many London accents, and the idea that, I have it, but he has it, it's completely different. That piece, it's all my image. I say I have a New York accent, etc., etc., and then the other person's voice comes out, but it's still my picture. So it looks like I'm saying it over and over with all these different accents and all these different voices. That's what I mean about the individual identity being the same and different from all of our identities. And you can see that actually if you look through some of the pictures in Homo Futurus. Other questions?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you very much. Susanna, I think your work.
Thanks for asking.